Hi, Librans. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at February 22nd through the 28th. And this week, Venus, the goddess of love, your ruler, and Mercury, the planet of communication, spend their first full week in Aquarius. So the two personal planets of the zodiac, the planets that affect us on a day-to-day basis, are hanging out in Aquarius, which of course is your fellow air sign, and more importantly, your fifth house of romance, creativity, and self-fulfillment. This is definitely a time, Librans, when you can find your happiness and find ways of bringing more love, more romance, and more creative projects your way. However, with that Virgo full moon, it's going to be stirring up your 12th house of past karma and subconscious on Monday. And it's important that you listen to whatever it is you feel that Virgo full moon is trying to tell you. Lessons and voices from your past. They may be very loud voices, or they may be not so loud voices, but it's really important that you allow yourself to look over your past relationships and realize that you've really been beating yourself up over a lot of things that weren't necessarily your fault or that could not have been avoided. Sometimes things are inevitable, and as much as you, being the peacemaker, try to make them, go smoothly or not happen or whatever it is, it's simply not that easy. So really try to ensure that you are, focusing on all those things that you can have and not worrying too much about the things that didn't work out in your past, Librans, because that Virgo full moon could make some of you feel as if you failed or lost out or weren't ready or failed, and that's a horrible feeling for anyone to have. So since Virgo's tendency to worry and Pisces' love of flights of fantasy will be out in full force during this full moon, it's up to you to make energies work without getting obsessive or compulsively lost in your dreams. Pisces energy is doubled on Sunday when the Sun has its annual but short-lived meetup with Neptune. At the highest level, this highly sensitive Sun-Neptune combination can be the muse, stimulating spirituality, healing, and the arts. At the lowest level, a Sun-Neptune conjunction can make it more than easy to overlook the obvious, especially if the obvious is something that scares you or makes you feel uncomfortable in any way. So that's interesting. Sometimes feeling uncomfortable and being out of our comfort zone can make us realize that we need to change, we need to fix something, we need to do something. And of course, with Venus and Mercury in Aquarius, you have wonderful cosmic tools to use. Have a great week, great speaking to you, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week.